All right, I'd like to do a sound test. First, we're doing a sound test. Picture looks pretty good. You can see I've got a mic on my iPad because we're going to talk to ChatGPT. I wanted to make sure you could hear them. So let's see.
All right, I'd like to do a sound test.
Okay.
First, we're doing a sound.
Okay, the sound is good there. Now let's talk to ChatGPT and get it to talk back really quick, and then we'll come back to that later. I just want to make sure you guys can hear this. Chat, can you hear me? ChatGPT, can you hear me?
I sure can hear you loud and clear. Let me know what you need.
I would like you to refer to yourself as John Budd. That's the name of one of my friends. I know you have a different name on here, but we're going to call you John Budd. Is that okay, John Budd?
Sure thing. I can roll with that. So from here on out, you can just call me John Budd.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Please repeat the following phrase. This is just a pregame for the show, guys. Repeat the following phrase. What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? I'm Yogi Steve, and you're watching ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy.
All right. You got it. Here we go. What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? I'm Yogi Steve, and you're watching ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy.
Let's talk to ChatGPT and get it to talk back really quick. And we'll come back to that later. I just want to make sure you guys can hear this. Chat, can you hear me? ChatGPT, can you hear me?
I sure can hear you loud and clear. Let me know what you need.
I would like you to refer to yourself as John Budd. That's the name of one of my friends. I know you have a different name on here, but we're going to call you John Budd. Is that okay, John Budd?
Sure thing. I can roll with that. So from here on out, you can just call me John Budd.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Please repeat the following phrase. This is just a pregame for the show, guys. Repeat the following phrase. What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? I'm Yogi Steve, and you're watching ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy.
All right. You got it. Here we go. What is happening, fellow pioneers?
All right, so the sound on that is pretty good. Now the real intro. What is happening? Ow. What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? I'm Yogi Steve. You're watching ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy live stream. Voromotors Podcast, if I'm not mistaken, it's number 98. So, sponsored by Voromotors. It means I get paid to do it. That means you're guaranteed to be able to see my ugly face at least twice a week on the stream. And I always try to talk to you guys for at least an hour. Been experimenting with some different stuff recently. Did an interview with my buddy Dave, who is a very successful TV producer, director, editor, and my friend Dulcinea, who's a dominatrix. So I'm going to have more people on in the future. And last time we were on here, answers was, but I was reading the answers, but I figured out how to enable the voice. So I think that'll be pretty cool. We'll come back to that. Hope everybody is doing good. So on the topics today is one, most of you guys know if you're a regular that I am in a bad position. I'm out of action. I'm not working. I dislocated my shoulder September 12th at this point, 2 months ago. I'm having surgery December 12th. I do have a GoFundMe set up. It's the worst thing ever that I have to set up a GoFundMe. I hate having to do it. Basically, the GoFundMe, it kind of like shows me how I've made too many mistakes in my life. Anytime I've had money, I've saved it up, I've just pissed it off. So I'm going to use this as like a comeback moment. I'll remember this. I'm absolutely miserable right now. I mean, not to give you the list of things that have happened, but my girlfriend dumped me. 2 of my 3 dogs died. I basically lost my job. I can't do DoorDash. At one point, 2 of my 3 remaining private clients were injured. My buddy Evan, who's one of my main clients, I've been training him for 10 years. We're very good friends. Broke his fucking toe. So that sucks because I train him 3 days a week, and he's also kind of like somebody without going out for DoorDash, I've really been isolating myself way too much. So Evan's not coming back for like a month. The other day, I get a phone call from Sensei Moyer. It's one of my older students. He's in his 70s. I've also been training him for 10 years. We're very good friends. He calls me on Monday and says, I think I tore my bicep. He was moving some tiles or something. So that's like 2 of my clients who I thought were going to be out of action, and I lose that money. I do get paid for training people, obviously. They're my friends, but I don't do it for free. But luckily, Sensei Moyer, he called me on Saturday with the problem. he Sensei Moyer called me yesterday and really good because I really need that money from training these people, you know? So yeah, a lot of things are going wrong. I mean, I'm heartbroken. You can go to the Yogi Steve Journal channel if you really want to see a depressing video. I mean, I'm basically just using social media, my YouTube channel, as therapy. Although the way I've been feeling recently, I think I might actually have to go into real therapy. But I'm optimistic that things will get better. I've never really been in a worse position than this. If you've been with the channel for a long time, you know, I mean, I'm embarrassed. It's not my first GoFundMe because 3 years ago I broke my collarbone and I was out of action for like 4 months. So I should have learned from then to be saving up money for these moments, but I just didn't. I'm a fuck up. I know I'm not the only person in the world that's done this. I know that a big portion of the American population lives week to week. I'm not embarrassed about it. But I mean, I am embarrassed about it, but I know it is what it is. I can do better. I'll make a comeback. But today we're going to, I'm not going to give you my sob story for too long. Oh, the audio is switching. The audio is switching microphones, both good but different. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, because I have a mic. Maybe I should take the mic off of the. I'm gonna take the mic off of the ChatGPT. I don't think I need it. I think it'll pick it up from here. We'll try. We'll try it. We'll try. We'll figure it out. But today we're going to talk about scooters. Of course, we're going to talk about e-bikes, e-scooters. Very quickly, if you're in the market for an e-bike or an e-scooter, there's no better place in the United States than Voromotors. Giant company. They represent In Motion. They represent Roar, Mantis. Their house brand is the eMove Cruiser line, the eMove Roadrunner line. They represent the Tevron line. The Tevron is the scooter that I dislocated my shoulder on. Not the scooter's fault. Let me make that clear. Totally my fault. It's really just a freak accident. But really, it was my fault. I made I did something stupid. They also have the E-Ride Pro line. I'm pretty sure they're still selling that. They have an amazing line of e-bikes and scooters, and they've been around for a long time. You can say what you want about Voromotors, but very many of the other companies that were here, that were in business, have left. Cabo no longer has American representation. Cabo USA is owned by the company in China. They don't really have an American rep here anymore. Dualtron, good scooters, doesn't really have Mini Motors USA, their main distributors, out of business, gone. And I knew them for a very long time. But all right, let me say hello to everybody, and then we'll start bullshitting. Guys, if you have any questions for ChatGPT, let me know. I have like I should have written stuff down. By the way, so what's going on with me is dislocated shoulder, surgery scheduled for December 12th. I'll complain more about this on my journal channel, but I'm having such a problem with my insurance company. I scheduled the surgery, everything was good. A couple days ago, I get a call from the hospital saying, "No, your insurance was canceled." It was not canceled. It wasn't even in arrears. It wasn't even behind. And now trying to get the hospital back on the phone, I've been spending 3 days. They're not getting back to me. I might actually have to fucking go there.